right now. I can't. I can't drink any alcohol this morning.
Fucking pussy. You fucking. Who's the
My-
fucking pussy now? Who's the fucking pussy now, Belos?
I am what I eat. Why are you
Yeah,
mad?
whatever. You eat all that ass. You eat all that ass.
Yeah, that's why I'm an asshole.
Yeah, that's probably a
First thing you
better.
hear.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you hear.
More
fucking
accurate
podcast
description.
comes on.
Just come in. It's like Team America. Are you a dick? Are you a pussy? You're an asshole. You're an asshole, dude. Like you just come in.
Yeah.
And shit, just coming in shit on everything.
I just no fucks given.
Clearly.
uh, oh,
Oh, man. Good
Are we
morning.
up?
Good morning, guys. Yeah. Good morning.
Are we
Dude,
up?
Dude,
if I have to
Yeah.
excuse myself to go to the bathroom for a minute, you guys,
Yeah, whatever,
There's,
dude.
there's a raise hand button.
I'm gonna start to sweat
You wake
here.
up. You wake up with a hangover like that. You know, like it's the worst day of your life. For me, it was fucking Tuesday. All right, it's a normal day. That's a day that ends in what?
You know there is a raise hand button right here.
Oh,
Happy-
okay.
Happy holiday. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, gentlemen. Happy
yeah.
Sunday.
Well, Sunday.
How about that? How about that? Happy Super Bowl Sunday. How about that?
You're
Oh
dolled,
yeah, look at that.
you're dolled up in the red and the gold, man. Looking like Iron Man.
I am, bro. Like it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in Chiefs Kingdom. It's a beautiful day in Chiefs Kingdom. Let me tell you. I cannot
How come
believe. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how come I don't get the cool raise hand icon? I don't even see it on mine.
Probably 'cause
It
you're on
should,
your
it should
phone.
be
Oh,
yeah, it should be
right.
in the more or the little three dots.
Oh, let me try that.
It's really
Oh.
weird. It's really weird, John. I'll tell you what, dude. Like growing up,
Yay!
Raise your hand when you want to talk, please.
like middle-aged men trying to
You know
figure
what?
out
This is-
technology.
This is probably the best thing for us right now. In case we want to say something, just raise your hand.
Just raise your hand. Raise your
Raise
hand.
your hand.
Jay, just leave yours on because you, know,
Yeah, Jay.
you just
I
keep
never-
talking.
I never shut the fuck up anyway. Hey, I got a question for everybody since Velos is being a little bitch. Like, what's everybody drinking on today?
Oh, damn. Coming out firing both
Oh, yeah,
barrels.
I like that.
Oh, you got it.
Jeez,
I
Don't
you
usually
just
have-
started.
Water. I
drink
with
water.
me. Drink water.
Drink water.
Where's your juice pouch?
Or you,
Yeah.
yeah, you got the
Dude,
Capri Sun.
dude,
dude,
I'm
but-
all out. I'm all out.
Oh,
Yep.
and you're in the middle of a blizzard too, so like you ain't
Shelves are empty.
Can
Yeah.
you ain't
anybody
going nowhere.
can anybody send our boy John some juice boxes, please?
Actually,
He's out.
Yeah.
I have a funny story to
Hey,
tell you
speak-
guys.
Hey, real talk, John. Like, how's that going? Are you still on the freaking on the wagon, man? Like you started at
I'm
on
great,
New Year's,
man.
basically.
Yeah, dude.
Good, man.
We're both holding strong, man.
Bro, I'm proud of you, man. No, like real talk, man. I'm proud of you, bro.
Dude,
Like
I
that's
feel like-
that's good,
I feel like I could shit normally.
right?
Mm.
And like, it's like, hey, tell me this because I kind of remember this from like my mid-20s when I got sober for a few years. Like, are you remembering your dreams better? Like when you dream, like you actually
No.
have dreams at night, like
That is not happening at all because you know I
really?
smoke marijuana, and
Oh, that,
now
There's that.
yep now here's
No,
this
because
now real quick while we're in
Yeah.
this I did this thing for for my mental health called REM or ART therapy. So what it is, it's supposed to
Oh, that's like lucid sleeping, right?
yes. So well, actually, what it does, let's say you have like a bad memory, right? So what it
Mhm.
does is that the the trained doctor professional is doing this to you with your eyes.
They
So
like hypnotize you.
yeah, so you're getting these memories. You're thinking of these memories, and you're processing it like film, so that the bad memories aren't in the front of you.
So, were you were you microdosing on shrooms for that as well? Is that part of the therapy?
No, I was in the army when I did that.
Oh,
But
Damn.
I have heard I have heard of the therapies, and it helped a lot of people. I know in some states, I can't think that's just legalized or decriminalized wallet or whatever the hell it was, or whatever. But the whole point of that is what whole
Cycling?
point of that? Oh, okay, that with dreams.
That shrooms
Okay,
are legal now.
okay, so that with that marijuana, there's something in the marijuana in the THC that messes with your with your
Short
REM
circuits your
sleep.
thought
Yeah,
process.
that too. But marijuana does, like the THC does mess with your dreams. And if you don't believe me, stop smoking for 5 days and see what happens.
That's crazy talk.
It's a very real thing, because when I had stopped to go to boot camp, I was having some of the craziest fucking dreams I've ever had in my fucking life. So it's interesting that you.
That's hilarious.
Well, I was
hilarious.
just curious because I remember, I did about 3.5 years, not quite 3.5 years of sobriety in my mid-20s of all periods of my life, believe it or not. And I remember quite vividly, I remember the first like 90 days, maybe 180 days, about 6 months, I started dreaming again. And I started having these very, very vivid dreams, and it was weird at the time because I didn't realize how much I hadn't dreamed up to that point. When you just drink yourself or smoke yourself into a coma, on a somewhat daily basis. You know what I mean? Like, and you just kind of like you go unconscious and you wake back up and you carry on, in your day-to-day life. And all of a sudden the dreams come back and you start, when you hit REM sleep and the dreams come back all of a sudden. And I remember how weird, I say weird, it's not weird to dream, right? But I remember how weird it felt to all of a sudden dream again on a regular basis.
Remember your dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like wake up and remember your dreams. Like,
Well,
I want to hear
I
from the
read.
beard.
I don't know if you said this already, John, but I either read it or I heard someone that actually knows a lot about it talk about it. They said that when you smoke before you go to sleep, you're not able to get into REM sleep.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
So so it may help you go to sleep, because I know that for veterans with PTSD and TBIs and things like that, you just can't go to sleep, or you can't stay asleep, and it really helps for that. But you got to wonder
Your REM cycle.
with all, what are you missing by not being able to get into REM sleep? That's where your body repairs. That's where your brain gets rest. That's where all that stuff happens. And if you don't get that really important part of your sleep cycle, you know what I'm saying? I wonder.
And I hate when people are just like, "Oh, marijuana's the best for you." Listen, guy, mushrooms for some people are better for marijuana. Other things are good, better for other people. But I know some people who develop psychosis.
Yeah.
I think we've even spoken about this before.
We have.
It's a crazy. It's
different people have different, body chemistry, brain chemistry. Different things work better for different people. Some people
chemical reactions.
Yeah, some people, they start taking Prozac and it changes their life for the better, and good for them. Good for them. Other people, not such a good thing, right? Same thing with marijuana. Same thing with psilocybin. Same thing with alcohol, right? Like, we're talking about different types of drugs, and different drugs work differently for different people. And you kind of got to find that thing, or work with a licensed medical professional that, you find that thing that works good for you, as a person, as an individual. So, before I forget, because I'm so
what are you
excited.
drinking?
Today's a holiday. I got three different things. Not so much just for the podcast, but for later today, when the game is on. This is called Berry Noir. This is a sour ale with mixed berries. It's 4.2.
Have you drinking sours before?
Yes. Well, I have, not on the podcast. I got this
okay.
one. This is a Imperial Stout. This is called Dark Truth, which is probably
Ooh.
good for Jay, right? Dark Truth, right? Like, it's,
Right.
oh Jesus Christ, this is 9.7. This is 9.7.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And then
Could've
I
started with
got
that one.
and then I got this thing called the Sixth Glass. This is a quadruple ale, and this is a Jesus Christ. This is 10.2%.
Yeah.
All three of these beers are from the Boulevard Brewing Company, Kansas City, Missouri. So I'm going to start with the I'm gonna start with the sour.
Very
The
nice.
berry.
Hey, Sean.
Yes, sir.
Go Chiefs.
As much as I love your beard, man, like that. Are we just having the beard today? The beard do the podcast. We'll have the beard. Do
We
the
need,
podcast
you know, what we need
today.
to do. We need to get Sean's beard.
What?
We need to get Sean's beard to on the podcast. Just Sean's beard and like interview it, you know, and like have a long
What's it
conversation
like?
with Sean's beard. You know what I mean? Like, because that thing has a personality all its own. And I'm also very jealous because I can't even grow a beard. I just turned 40 years old and I still cannot grow a beard. I have
Well, how would you
hair.
know? You've been in the military for 500 years.
I have no hair from here to here, and my mustache and my goatee don't connect. Like
I'll tell
feel
you a
like
secret,
child.
man. My mustache and my beard don't connect right here, and it's thin
It's
here.
just long hair.
And it's thin here, but when you grow it out, it covers a multitude of sins, brother.
I have nothing though. That's the thing. Even if I tried, I could go like a year and I would have nothing from here to here. I would have literally
You're
have there's
guessing.
still nothing.
That's a hypothesis. You've never grown your beard out for a year, sir.
Yes, I
Didn't
have.
you take something for that? Don't they have like creams and shit?
I grew my goatee out for
Nothing
like
legit.
a year, and it was like literally like about 2 inches long. It looked like pubes. It looked like pubes.
I had
My
this
goatee
trimmed
out.
back. I had this trimmed back to really, really short just in December. It grows so
This is really
fast.
good, actually. This is really good. Do you like it?
Hey, Sean, what are
It's
you
really-
drinking? What's beer drinking?
It looks like lemonade.
However, comma.
my mother has a pre-mixed margarita tequila bottle in her fridge, so I thought,
Oh,
I might
why
try
not?
that.
mixed already, ready to go.
It's a holiday.
Just
Today's a
pop
holiday.
that bitch open
Enjoy.
for it.
Yeah,
And
I
below,
thought
hey,
I'd give it a
Velos,
shot. It's pretty tasty,
Velos,
actually. It's a good blend, good mix.
Velos, what are you
So-
drinking? What are you drinking?
What is that?
My sadness and coffee.
Water,
Surprise.
Gatorade,
I'm trying
Pedialyte.
Man, I was so hungover, dude. I told you guys earlier. I was like, I'm at that point where I can't decide what end to fix it from, either the back end or throwing it up.
Right.
'Cause- And I got a nice fat greasy burrito here to
Oh,
soak up
that'll
all
help.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a healthy choice. Yeah,
That's
a
perfect
healthy
for
choice.
a hangover. Mhm.
Dude, God damn it.
I might go grab. I have a beer in the fridge. I might go grab that in a bit. I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for this wave to
Right.
get over this wave real quick.
3 seconds later.
Right?
Hey,
Just
hey, real quick.
remind me to mute my mic if I go through. I want to be hearing that on the podcast.
Poor- You poor bastard. I wish I actually felt sorry for you because I don't.
I know, right? I love you too.
This is your karma for this is just your karma. This is your karma.
Right, right.
You get what
So
you
what-
get what you
Talking all
fucking
that
deserve.
talking all that shit has gotten back to him now.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Getting
You know what?
Facebook banned like every other day. Like
It's funny, man. I actually have a cousin who's very, very conservative, and you know, he's just he posts a lot of nonsense, and I have to. I think now on Facebook on purpose is making him the first thing on my feed because he'll
They
pop
do that.
up.
yeah,
Like-
that's an
That's a fact.
algorithm.
That's a fact.
That's an
They
Yeah.
do that on purpose.
That's an
Between, literally between 4 to 12 minutes of him posting, it'll be the first thing on my feed.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just posts so much nonsense. I have to comment on every fucking little thing that he posts.
You have to. You
You
have
have
to
to.
do it.
I
You
have
to.
to.
You just
Yeah,
can't
you
get
can't help yourself.
I just have to let him know how ridiculous his postings are sometimes.
You're like
Hey.
you're like a child wandering into a conversation.
Big shout out to Hulse. The bomb he dropped on your post the other day cracked me up, man. It made me laugh so
What
hard.
did he say? What did
You'll have to
Holmes say?
go back and read it.
Wait, was this
You'll have to go back and
about,
read it,
about
but-
his post about Big T?
I don't remember. No,
Was it his
yeah,
Trump-
that's what it was.
It
Yep,
was his Trump
yep,
post?
that's what it was.
What was it? What was it? Tell me.
Well, no, Carlos was just riffing like usual about his love for the former president.
Yeah.
And
We're discuss-
and Hull centers the chat. It drops a nuke and exits real fast. It was great.
What did he say?
It was
He said
awesome.
something, he was like,
I don't remember. You'll have to go back and
He
read
started-
it. man. It's-
I remember him starting off with something like, Veloz, I'm getting real tired of your shit, or something like that.
That's what it was.
He posted
boy.
some.
I gotta look this shit up.
Hats off to you for that. So, what are we talking about in gaming news today? What's there's not a whole lot going on.
Yeah, I have a question before we get into gaming. Can we talk about WandaVision real quick?
Sure.
All right.
Have you-
I'll let you
guys
have that.
watched
Fifth
it?
episode was.
I haven't watched it.
All right.
No.
Yeah,
I
I'll have to
haven't-
admit. Check it
I
out,
haven't
John.
watched it, but I'm not. I haven't watched it, but I'm not. You're not gonna disappoint me.
Here's
Like,
my question to you, Veloz. Did you continue it after I told you to continue it, and did it at least change your perspective of what the show is?
It's getting a lot better. It's a slow pickup. Like you see the first episode, you're like, okay, and like we spoke last week about it. You know, my suspicions were correct, I guess. This fifth episode was crazy, and I know you're talking about the ending. I know you want to get the ending.
You can't do it. You can't do it.
Of like the crossover. It was pretty badass. That was crazy. I was not expecting that for sure. I am wondering about her babies, like what they were talking about. If this is something that because she can manipulate reality. I didn't know she can just create and make life out of nowhere.
Yeah, I thought
You know what I mean?
I thought that was very crazy too. The
Oh,
whole
shit. Sorry, I'm seeing Holmes.
He read Halsey's post.
the one thing that
Damn
really
it.
that was a Bob. He literally just came in and bounced out.
Yep. See, he snuck in, dropped it, and left.
Veloz had the perfect response too. He's got like the Nicolas Cage meme where he's like triggered, like fucking.
Yeah.
So yeah, the whole reason why I wanted to bring it up was because there's a big, deeper mental instability thing going on in this show that a lot of people are kind of overshadowing with the action and the storyline and the Easter eggs and everything. And it's become a story about a woman who will do whatever it takes to live in the world that she wants to live in, and that's it. And it's a very
Damn, that's some deep ass shit, bro.
yeah, because
That's some deep ass shit.
there's
Because
this-
like, how many people do we know in our own lives that kind of do that? As uncomfortable as
Yeah.
that conversation is.
And this could be in any type of situation. You could have a guy that wants to live in a fucking crack house, and he'll be happy like that for the rest of his life. But
I'm telling you, bro.
This character did everything in her power to create a world around herself. And there was even a specific scene where she says, I have everything that I want, leave me alone.
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much. But,
okay.
well, here's the thing, Jay. I'm not sure if you remember what happened like in the movies afterwards. So Vision's dead. Wanda
Okay,
was
yeah,
total-
I didn't really watch the movies. I watched parts of Infinity War because I like Thanos,
Oh.
and like
Oh.
I so
I
the
think it
like
happened in the second one, didn't it?
Did you say Thanos?
yeah, Thanos. Like
Thanos.
Oh my
it's
God.
Thanos. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how you pronounce it. Like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I read Infinity Gauntlet fucking when I was like fucking 11. Like where the fuck were you
I
at?
say Thanos.
Yeah, see, I don't give a fuck how you fucking pronounce it, bro. Like, I was reading those comics. I was reading those comics as a fucking
Thanos.
child. Like everybody,
Thanos.
everybody that's like discovered Marvel comics, you know, because the fucking movies came out, can like straight up suck my dick, dude. Like, I was
Well,
on
see,
that shit
that-
fucking 30 years ago. Okay,
But
like
that's also what's cool about WandaVision too, is because since the comics have come out, and I know they've had crossovers here and there, but nothing on a big scale of what I think Marvel and X-Men are trying to do now.
No, and I get that. Like I'm not knocking the MCU at all. I'm really not. I think they did a fantastic job. I thought Winter Soldier was an outstanding, amazing movie, but that's probably one of the only Marvel movies I've actually watched. Like sat down and spent time watching. Like
Their story is very. It's probably one of the more emotional storylines that are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, especially since she lost her brother during Age of Ultron.
Right. So yeah, what I was saying, Jay, is
The Sean Myers says Thanene.
Thanene.
But
Hey, it's Thanene. Hey.
I got you.
Do you guys remember when fucking Jamie Foxx had that character Wanda on fucking
Yep.
Living Color? Like,
Yeah, Living Color.
Yeah.
Shanae.
Remember that shit?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
I like Martin's character better in Martin. You know the show, Shanae, his neighbor.
Shaka Shanae.
She was funny. No, but so basically, you know, Wanda and Vision were totally in love and they were going to live together, but you know, Thanos kills Vision.
And Thanos fucking put his dick in fucking Vision's eye hole. Like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So
Technically,
she was
yeah.
grief stricken, right? So this is what the show's about: is she's so grief stricken that she brings him back to life. She steals his corpse back. She brings him back to life, and it's like Weekend at Bernie's, but like in a fucking town. You know, and
she basically creates her own imaginary world around herself to
set in the what 60s or 40s or something like that. But the thing is, the whole town is hostage, right? She's mind controlling every single person, and every single person
But
is
we don't
acting
know after
like
the
Leave
last
It to Beaver.
episode. After the last episode, now we're starting to think that maybe it's not her after all. So
Really?
there may be a bigger thing. We're gonna have to do something special because the show is getting really good. There's something big is about to happen, and I think that reveal from the last episode.
I mean, the more you guys talk about this shit, like I actually want to watch it. I just fucking hate watching TV. You know what I mean? Like I'm just a little bitch when it comes to like my time like that.
It's not bad. It's exciting. I think it's supposed to tie into the next Doctor Strange movie.
Sean,
the
hey
next
Sean, say hi.
Spider-Man movie.
Say hi to your mom for me, bro. Like tell her freaking I appreciate her like bringing you onto this fucking planet. Like you're a good dude, you know.
So
Oh, his beard's frozen now. Oh, there it is.
there they
For
are.
a second.
Yeah.
The beard.
There you go.
Sean, I said say hi to your mom, dude. Like freaking tell her thank you for bringing you into this world. It's like you're good.
I did. Today's her birthday, by the way.
Oh, happy birthday, Ma. Happy birthday, Ma. We love you. Love you.
Your mom be on the podcast.
Yeah,
Happy
Mom.
birthday
Happy
to you.
Love you.
How's everybody? I can't
Oh,
hear you.
We're
I gotta have a headphone.
acting like
One of you looks like Elvis there.
Yeah, there you go, Jay.
Now, what did
just
you
made his
say?
day. That's all he wanted to
what?
hear.
I said we're
Oh,
acting
he
like
looks like
we're-
Elvis.
I said we're acting like degenerates, but that's not your fault at all.
Oh,
So-
I know. No, no. I had nothing to do with the raising of any of y'all. Just this degenerate.
There you go.
So,
Tomorrow?
Well, happy
so what is
birthday.
it, your 40? Is it your 40th birthday? I just turned
Oh,
40
yeah.
just like you. Like
yeah.
happy birthday. Happy 40th.
Yeah. Sean's 40. Sean will be 42 tomorrow. 43. Oh Lord, I'm getting old. I can't
Oh,
even remember
no.
how old my son is. So
You guys
yeah,
are-
I'm 40.
You guys almost share a birthday.
Give her back.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we
Happy
almost
birthday.
did share a birthday. Thanks. You
Happy-
guys
happy
behave
birthday,
yourself
Ma.
now. Have a blessed day.
You too.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Bye. Look,
And now,
is he
can I
blushing?
just say
Oh, look how
before,
cute.
before we get into
John's
gaming,
blushing.
I have to say, John, those photos that you posted,
The memes?
It looks
good on like me and my wife were looking. I had to show my wife And there was one photo in the right corner where you look like Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. Like,
Oh, I got,
like
Dude.
I gotta check these out.
Look-
I
look
haven't
at-
seen these.
Let me
Go
tell
on
you
the
the story
post.
of that.
Go on the
Yeah.
post.
So
Is it on his Facebook page?
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
I gotta see this shit.
So what? All right. Everybody takes their senior pictures, right? So there was a
Oh my
place we all
God,
had
what
to
the
go
hell?
to. We all had to go. We all had to go to this certain place to get our senior pictures done. So, in high school, I rode a motorcycle. I wore my
Oh, I
jacket,
can
whatever.
Yeah,
And so I ride to the studio, and as soon as I walk in, the guy's like, oh, girlfriend, he's like, keep the jacket on, come over here, stand here, do this, do that.
Wait about it. He's all excited.
Right? He was so happy, and he's like, I don't know, man. It was a little weird. Gotta
Holy
be
shit.
honest, but
Holy shit, Sean, you look like fucking me. What the fuck?
Yeah, you
That's-
guys.
Holy shit. You could be my brother.
Yeah, that I could agree
Hey,
with too.
hey, ask your mom if she ever gave any children up for adoption. Because I'm adopted, so.
Yeah.
Dude, you like
Fucking
legit look.
imagine.
You legit look like. God damn, Sean. That is crazy,
He looks like he rode out of a fucking '90s movie.
bro.
Well, it was in the '90s, so there's that.
there is that, Carlos.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We're in the '90s.
Like
That was in.
me and Sean
Let's
both
see.
came of age in the fucking 90s. Thank you. Appreciate
So
it.
senior pictures was
Fucking
the
old
beginning
farts.
of senior year, so that was in '95. I graduated in '96.
Yeah, so
God
Sean
damn.
Sean was a senior when I was a freshman.
Wow.
So
Wow,
yeah.
that's
Sean
ridiculous.
Myers says Sean had a leather jacket with slick back hair with the Grease soundtrack on replay.
Yeah,
Oh, this
Oh my
mother.
pretty
God.
much.
Deshaun,
That's
Sounded-
exactly what he
It
did.
sounded
Deshaun,
good until the Grease
hey,
reference.
Deshaun, I got
This was
I got
great.
news for you, bro. Like we had better music than that in the fucking 90s, bro. Okay, thank you. Like we had better music than that. Thank
whoa,
you.
Whoa! Grease was hot.
I don't know.
yo.
Grease Lightning.
Fuck
Grease
Grease, man.
Lightning.
No,
Yo.
it's not.
Fuck
Grease
Grease.
is not hot. It will never
Fuck
be hot.
Grease.
Bacon
You'll make
grease is hot.
Grease
You make 'em
Lightning.
scream.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Yo,
Done. You guys are cut off.
that was
You
the
guys-
hottest. That was the
you
hottest
guys aren't
movie
even-
of its time, bro.
You guys aren't even drinking, and I'm cutting you off right now. Okay, just stop. Just fucking stop,
All right.
please.
Call
Oh, that's
of
funny.
Duty.
Duty.
Oh
So
man,
What's up with the Call of Duty?
John, do you want to go, or do you want me to go first,
Yeah,
or what you
it,
want to do?
It don't matter because it's all intertwined. It's all
It really is.
And if you kind of look at it, all of us collectively haven't really been playing Call of Duty in the last 3 months.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we've had so many different. I mean, we've talked about it on this podcast so many times. That game, specifically Modern Warfare, helped bring this group together. It helped build our the DD214 gaming page on Facebook. It's not the only thing that that built the base, but it
It's a big part of it.
it accelerated it, greatly, by like exponentially. And we've had many conversations about this game. You guys have heard me both on both the good and the bad side, but you've heard me on the bad side. You guys have heard me bitch and gripe about this game over and over again. I uninstalled the game not quite 2 months ago. I haven't played since late November, early December, probably. And I finally just said, fuck it, uninstalled it, freed up 200 gigs on my PlayStation, whatever. There's stuff coming out right now from the fan base. I keep seeing these posts over and over again on Reddit because I'm still subscribed to the Modern Warfare subreddit. And it's stuff that I was talking about months ago. And they are like nuking. They're like, it seems, I could be wrong, and John will probably go into a little bit more detail, but it seems that the company Activision is actively like they're letting this game get nuked. Like they're nuking the game on purpose. And I was bitching about some of this stuff months ago, like months and months and months ago. some of the the parity matching, allowing hackers in. Like, I wonder if they're paying people to fucking and letting people hack this game. They just had a 12 or 11 gig update, and a lot of these players are griping because they just did like an 11 gigabyte update, and the game is like broke. I mean, it's like people are just, and they're nuking this game, trying to push people over to Cold War. And when a game just becomes that frustrating and it's not fun to play anymore, and you're finding yourself pissed off more than you're having fun, that's part of the reason I stopped playing. That's part of the reason I uninstalled it. Like, that is probably the single best first-person shooter game I have probably ever played. No, and that's not a lie, no exaggeration. I only played that game because of how much fun I was having. And when it got more frustrating to play than I was having fun, I said, "Fuck it. I'm done." Like, I just, that's me personally. That's my thing. But I stopped playing. I can't do it. I wake up.
Hold fast to.
Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
I didn't put my hand up. I should have put my hand up.
Sorry, I apologize. I get worked up. I'm sorry.
I still hold fast to COD 4 being the best Call of Duty.
Which I never played that.
Black Ops was amazing.
Black Ops 4?
The first one.
Yeah, COD 4. Yep.
COD 4. COD 4.
Black Ops.
Well,
Yep.
and we joke and we laugh about my anger, right, and how worked up I get about stuff. But it's like I wake up angry. If the day ends in Y, I pretty much wake up angry, and I'm an angry person in general, right? And I try to
grouchy Smurf.
Yeah, I try really hard not to take that out on the world and the people that I love and all that. But at the same time, I don't need a game to frustrate me more than I already am on a day-to-day basis. This is why I'm in therapy, right? Like, I don't need a game to assist me in my anger. And so I gave up on it like 2 months ago, but I keep seeing these posts, and it hurts my heart, actually, because you have all these gamers that spent hundreds of hours of time, just grinding this game and loving it and playing and having fun with their friends. Like, look at how we all came together. It was because of that game, and they're actively like nuking it. They're letting this game just go to dog shit. I
think you should talk to your therapist about this.
I actually talked to my therapist on Thursday. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
John, what were you gonna?
Call of Duty
No.
and your issues with it.
Well, the biggest, craziest thing about it for me on a personal point is that this game has led me to play fucking Fortnite. To buy the battle pass on Fortnite.
Wow.
And to actually complete the battle pass on Fortnite. I've been playing Fortnite for the last 3 months and Streets of Rage. Wow. But
how is that? I haven't played that.
I've been literally stopped playing. You stopped playing Modern Warfare, basically, is what you're saying.
I mean, if you look at my activity on Call of Duty in either game in the last 2 months, I think the last thing I did was zombies, and that was probably like a 4-hour session. That was the last thing I did. I haven't even checked out the new zombies yet. But this week, the last week and a half, there was a lot of stuff going on. But I'm going to start off with the small guys first. And I'm going to give a big shout out to one of our members, Kyle Brown, because he has been putting posts for the last month and a half how hackers are ruining the game. And the biggest issue about this is that crossplay, you can't disable crossplay against PC platform. I don't know. I don't know the complete thing. I forget it, but you can't stop PC players from coming into your game. And he has shown video after video, and people are ragging on him. Shortly after that, a streamer named Bobby Poff, who I have to say, every time I subscribe to him with my Twitch free subscription, I always listen to the DD214 podcast, and he always reads it. And he stops. He's just like, "Oh, I just realized I'm endorsing you guys." But anyway, he
nice.
He played the game, and he has a hacker tracker on his stream, and there was like 23 hackers in one game.
23.
Well, in one day. In one day, excuse me.
Oh, one day. Okay.
So he flips out and he says, "Activision, what the fuck are you doing? You're fucking with my living right now."
Yeah.
We have to remember, we're talking about, and he's a Call of Duty partner. He's contractually obligated to play Call of Duty.
Play that game.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And he's screaming, "You guys are fucking with my living. How am I supposed to do my work if you guys don't take care of the things that
Right.
are to make the game safe?"
Right. Right.
Shortly after that, another streamer came out in a more calmer tone, saying the exact same thing. And just hours later, he had a direct connection to Activision. And the next day, 60,000 players were banned on Call of Duty.
Oh,
Right. I saw.
Wow.
I
yeah.
did see that. I did. Yeah. I did see that. I saw that news article on that. I did see that.
60,000?
60,000.
I think this is the conspiracy theorist in me. I think either A, they were allowed in, or B, they were hired short, temp hires,
And I want to piggyback
you
on
know,
that.
to fucking go in and fuck this game up,
Yeah, and
just to push people to Cold War.
I
like-
have something to pick. When you say that, a lot of these cheaters that got caught were streaming, and they got banned off Twitch.
There you go.
But they went to
There it is.
Facebook. But Facebook has a policy that they don't ban cheaters or hackers, but they only use their monetization.
Money talks and bullshit walks, ladies and gentlemen. We've had that conversation many times on this podcast too. I mean, let's get real, man. Like, when these companies have that much fucking money, it doesn't cost a lot. As far as when you're talking about the bottom line and profits, it doesn't cost a lot to pay somebody a little to go in and fuck shit up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put $10,000 in my hand and say go throw a fucking Molotov cocktail at a fucking house, I'm gonna have to think about it for a minute. I'm gonna have to think about it. Right or wrong, I'm gonna have to think about it. That's a lot of money, right? And if you hand somebody fucking short-term cash, a one-time, bonus basically to go fuck a game up in game and just be a fucking dick, it's kind of hard to say no sometimes. Like bills got to get paid, people got to live their lives, food's got to get put on the table. It's kind of hard to say no. And I'm not saying it's happening, but I've never seen a game get fucking just actively nuked like this. Like, I was bitching about shit like months, like half a year ago, about, like, it was obvious that they were trying to fuck this game up for as good of a game as it was. Like, this is one of the best first-person shooters I've ever played in my life. It's the only reason I played it. I hadn't played a first-person shooter in like 15 years. Like, no lie. And just to watch this game go from like the stratosphere and just go screaming at like 14,000 miles an hour into the ground, like the Space Shuttle Columbia. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad. It hurts.
Yeah.
These are doing. They're just trying to push their fucking new shit. They're just trying to push their new shit. Fuck Cold War. Fuck Call of Duty. Fuck Activision. Like, you guys are assholes. You're fucking assholes for doing this. That's it. Like, that's the bottom line. You're fucking assholes. Like,
Yep.
it's sad. It's just sad. That's the only way I can put it. It makes me sad.
And people are still playing. People are still playing.
That's the.
Which,
And they'll
That's the
continue to
other
play.
part, is like, I think Sean and I can relate on this. Like, me and Sean are probably in the same boat. Like, if I don't like it, I'm just not gonna fucking deal with it, right? I'll walk away. I don't have a problem
Right.
walking away.
Right.
A lot of these kids don't have that self-control and that discipline to just walk away.
There's
and-
still people playing like COD 4 still. And so people will always continue to play.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's same with like games like GTA 5.
Mhm.
That's the reason
Yeah.
we don't have GTA 6 right now, right? Is because people
Yeah.
keep spending their money. They
Yeah.
keep making these cocksucker companies fucking money. So why would they change? Why would they fucking stop?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta speak with your wallet, basically. And
Yeah.
until people stop playing, these companies are not going to change their fucking platform. I mean, that's the
Right.
bottom line. It's the bottom line. It's
Oh,
like it's like EA when they came out with that bullshit statement on Reddit about Battlefront. We want the gamers to get a sense of whatever, to unlock these characters, whatever, robble. And it's like, no, motherfucker, you're being a cocksucker, and it's pay to play, it's pay to win. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And it's when you allow privatized companies to have that kind of control, this is what it always ends up being. The customer always loses. You know, the players fucking lose.
Yeah.
You know,
Jay, you're pissed. We get it. You hate the
Sorry.
man.
Sorry,
Stick it to
not
the
sorry.
man.
sorry, not sorry. Yeah.
We may have heard this rant once or twice. I might be
Yeah.
wrong.
Let's see, what are we on? Episode 32? We've probably heard this rant about 30 times, at least.
33 times.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't need to hear it again, but I mean, I'd rather not get pissed off on a holiday like today, but it's the fucking truth. I mean,
I get you.
the end result is the customer gets fucked.
Right.
And
Right.
unfortunately, in this sense, the gamer is the customer, and a great game is being ruined, actively ruined. That's just, it's sad.
It's
That's
stupid too because you're put in the position to protect and work on anti-cheat, and you're not doing your job, and it leads to a buildup of 60,000 players being banned for cheating. That's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think there's probably a little bit of collateral damage in there. I have a hard time thinking there was 60,000 actual hackers. But I imagine there was, a few thousand that kind of got absorbed into the wrong, maybe they were partying. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't disagree with Jay saying, and they're trying to clearly steer people away. But is there more gaming news? Because I had some. I actually have something to talk about.
Yeah, go for it, man.
What you got, bro? What you got?
Yeah.
All right.
Lay it
Well,
on us.
there's a big fight tonight. Over.
Yes. That was last night.
That was
Oh
last
my
night.
God!
was
I
last
didn't get to watch it. Okay, don't tell me the result.
I haven't seen
That's
it
not
either.
what I wanted. Yeah, I gotta catch up on the fight. So don't tell me what happened. But
Jason opened up the
Friday
pitch.
night.
I already know.
Friday night. So Friday night. I don't know if you guys watch bare knuckle fighting.
Yes, I do.
All right, there was Paige Van Zandt debuted.
I heard.
Okay, but that's not what I want to talk about.
I know. Please, because I know what you're gonna. I know. Yes,
What
I'm so
happened?
happy. Were you
What
happy, Sean? Dude, just before you say anything, Sean, tell me if you were happy, because I was so happy. Were you happy?
Happy with what?
Happy with a legend going out on top. Were you happy with? Were you happy with the legend going out on top?
Faux show.
Go ahead, Sean. It's all you.
All right.
It's all you. Go ahead.
What happened?
There was another fight on that card from a girl who lives in my town. And I believe she was either on the bottom of the main card or at the top of the undercard. And a little blonde tattooed chick named Taylor Starling. And she fought this dark-headed girl, and they beat the crap out of each other. But Taylor got the win. She looks like she got beat about the head with a baseball bat, but she got the win. And she used to, I don't know if she still works there, but the coffee shop in my town in Clover, it's called the Virgin Bean. She used to work there, and she had a fight at Glory Kickboxing at the time when I met her. And then she had another fight in some other thing, but somehow she landed this fight on bare knuckle and got the win. So good for her. Congratulations to her. Yeah. So
nice.
She's a local in the upstate of South Carolina and a really nice girl. She's really, really nice, really sweet. She's got two young boys and still managing to kick some ass. So
That's awesome.
good for her.
Good for her.
That's pretty badass. Nice.
Yeah.
Bare knuckles, man. That is. I
That
remember first
is-
hearing about
Well-
it. I watched Artem Lobov.
Oh my God.
When he fought that
crazy.
boxer, what was that? What was his name? That
I
Italian?
don't know. Oh, gee. Yeah. Johnny.
I forgot his fucking. But he was talking a lot of shit. He was
She's got a big mouth.
And, good boxer, but Artem Lobov really showed. But that was really the first fight that I ever watched the bare knuckle, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yep.
It's great. I mean, it really shows. It's probably the closest to gladiator fighting that I've ever seen.
Yeah. Minus the spears.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
the main event on that bare knuckle was a guy by the name of Chris Lieben, Chris the Crippler. and he
okay.
old school UFC fighter.
One of my favorites, man.
Oh, that's right. He retired.
This dude, it was his last fight, and this is one of those guys that, like, you know, he lives and dies by the sword, right? Like, he always goes. He will go if he loses, he goes out on a shield, basically, right? Like, he does not. Like, this guy has always just swung for the fences. You know, it's like what was that movie? Signs. You know, like swing away, Merle, swing away.
Yeah, right.
Right. Like, that's Chris Lieben, right? And I was so happy. I was watching this fight, dude, and this dude fucking won. In his last fight, he's done. He's retiring. And watching him fucking win one last time. And by the way, interesting little factoid about Chris Lieben. When Anderson Silva came to the UFC Pride, Anderson Silva's first fight in UFC was against Chris Lieben. And obviously, Anderson Silva mopped the floor with him, right?
He destroyed Chris Lieben. I never seen Chris Lieben get taken out like that.
This dude has a chin like a piece of freaking titanium alloy Wolverine steel, right? Like, this motherfucker is like adamantium in his chin. Anderson Silva fucked him up.
That was really just my opinion. I mean, Silva came in kind of hyped,
right?
But what he did to Lieben in the first round.
Yep.
Just really was a
First
springboard
round.
because people were like, oh my God, what did we just witness? Because Lieben, like you said, his head's made of concrete. And Silva hit him with some knees and some good strikes and just dropped him and finished him off.
Him up.
But Lieben has got a highlight reel a mile long of knocking people out. There's this one, Terry somebody, I can't remember his last name, but he was lighting Lieben up, and you could tell he was rocked. But the interview that Lieben after the fight, because he got hit, got rocked, and Lieben immediately just threw his punch out there and just knocked him out cold, just dropped him, like this.
Lieben is one of those fighters that he gets better after you fuck him up.
That's right.
Like he has that that little switch gets thrown in his brain after he's gotten hit a couple times, like, really hard. He gets pissed off, or he gets hurt or something, and some switch gets thrown in his brain, and that's when he goes into like God mode, and like, and it's like, and watching him go out on top, watching his last fight in a bare knuckle fucking boxing match, Jesus Christ, a bare knuckle boxing match, and watching him go out on top was just, it was awe-inspiring. Honestly, it really was. It makes me feel good, like watching dudes that are like riding off into the sunset, you know, with happy tears in their eyes, you know, and to watch him go out on top like that was amazing. It sucks.
It sucks when they do their last fight and they lose. I always hate that, man.
It happens.
The dudes that should have retired like 3 fights ago, like, you know, like Chuck Liddell, anybody,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, you fucking give the guy like a light tap on his head, and he's gonna fucking pass out on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That last fight with Chuck and Tito was cringy, man.
I don't even consider that a fight. Like, I don't
horrible.
even. That was that's a no go in my book. Like that whoever signed that, whoever like signed off on that fight should fucking lose their license. Like, no shit. Yeah. Like that was a travesty. It's a travesty.
And that's why I like the psychology of professional wrestling, because in professional wrestling, if a wrestler is going to a new promotion, or if they're retiring, their last match, they lose. It's a send off, like a carrying of the torch. Which in some ways, when you watch a lot of the, you know, like when watching McGregor get knocked out, it was almost kind of like a passing of the torch.
Yeah,
you know,
I felt that way. Yeah.
Boy, was I dead wrong about that fight. I have no problem eating humble pie about that. Like, I was not expecting him to get worked like that, and he got fucking worked. Like, he really got worked. Now we'll see, because every time McGregor is lost, you know,
back hard.
Yeah, because when he lost to Diaz, he came back with a better game plan, a stronger style. You know, came back from that. When he lost to fucking Khabib, he took a little bit more time off. But when he fought Cerrone, he fucked Cerrone up. Like, and granted, Cerrone's been in the game for a while, and maybe it was a kind of a what would you call that? Like a I don't know what you call it, like a warm up fight, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because I think I think coronavirus fucked a lot of shit up last year, and I want to say the UFC probably would have had McGregor fight more than fucking once last year. But watching him lose like that was so unexpected. I am curious to see what happens in his next fight.
Yeah. Well,
Because,
I mean,
yeah.
he doesn't always come back. I mean, I agree with you. They always say, I'm coming back with fire. It was the best training camp ever. I'm healthy.
Right.
I'm mentally strong. I'm physically. All right. So he lost to Diaz. Then he beat Diaz. Then he lost to Mayweather. Then he lost to Khabib.
Boxing, though. It was boxing. I mean, that's like...
Right. But it was losses. It was like... Then he
destroyed...
Lost to Khabib. Then he took a really long break, and then he came back and he took the Cerrone fight,
right?
Which was really more of a fan fight. I mean, if you're thinking in terms of competition, he should have never fought Cerrone. And Cerrone is so hot or cold. Everybody kind of knew, but hoped it wouldn't be that Donald Cerrone that showed up, and that was that Donald Cerrone that showed up. It was the one that doesn't do well, the one that kind of buckles under pressure.
Well, now, let's be fair to Cowboy though.
I love
this is another guy. Well, I know, and we're not taking anything away from Cowboy. I mean, let's be fair to him though. He's also a guy like Chris Lieben. The guy lives and dies by the sword. Like that guy has never had a boring fight in his fucking life. And that's part of the reason he's still on the roster. It's part of the reason he's employed. And it's also probably part of the reason he should probably start looking at riding off into the sunset too, because I don't ever want to see Donald Cerrone with head trauma any more than he's already got. Right. Speaking of famous head trauma, Leon Spinks died yesterday.
Oh, no kidding.
One of only three men to ever defeat Muhammad Ali in the boxing ring. He died yesterday. Yeah, Leon Spinks died yesterday. I don't want to see these guys live their lives, later on down the road with that kind of trauma. But when we're talking about McGregor, though, I mean, and you're not wrong, Sean, at all. I don't want to say I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm really not. I'm curious to see what happens in McGregor's next fight, because every time he's lost in the octagon, his next fight he's come back. But then again, when we were watching him previously, he had never lost in the octagon. His loss to Nate Diaz was his first loss in the octagon.
Then Khabib.
And then he lost to Khabib.
Mm-hmm. And he wasn't supposed to lose against this fight against Poirier.
No, he wasn't
supposed to.
No, he was not.
With Diaz, everybody understood that Diaz is going to scrap. He's got amazing jiu-jitsu. With Khabib, everybody knew what the danger was. But with Poirier, considering he already beat him in devastating fashion, he was not supposed to lose.
Yeah. I've never once in my life made a UFC prediction that boldly, and I was dead wrong.
Same here.
I got no problem being wrong about MMA because I understand the game.
Yeah,
I understand the game. I will gladly state almost as a fact somebody's going to win, but I understand how the fight game goes, so it can't be a fact. But
well, but there's also those fights where you kind of know what's going to happen. Like when Amanda Nunes fought Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
I'm pretty. If you took Ronda Rousey against Amanda Nunes, you kind of deserve to fucking lose your money. I mean, like that one was just sometimes. I say sometimes, it's easy to call.
Yeah.
It's easy. Did Carlos go throw up or something? Like
no, he's having tech issues.
Okay,
but what's funny because if you're watching the stream, his face is still there. Like if you're watching the stream, his face is still there, and it's just like just a funny still frame of him.
Okay,
kind of like Sean's Old Spice screenshot.
Yeah.
Are you guys, or did you hear about the Jake Paul Ben Askren?
Yes.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
Two douches. That's all I. That's
Hey,
all
there
I
you
see.
go. There you go.
But
Who
you're
wants
not,
to,
you're
who
not
wants to see
gonna,
that?
you're not going to give Askren any credit for his accolades, though, before the UFC.
Are you talking about Ben
plenty,
Askren?
plenty
Ben
of
Askren?
accolades.
Of course. The dude's a world class fucking wrestler. By the way, he's also probably one of the best catch wrestlers in the world.
Mm.
If you guys don't know what catch wrestling is, fucking look it up. It's a completely different style. It's not collegiate wrestling, and it's not even Olympic or Greco-Roman wrestling. But catch wrestling is its own style, kind of. Probably one of the best catch wrestlers in the entire fucking world on any given day. But he's let Sean have this one, dude, because I'm not.
Well, he's really funny and he's really quick-witted, but like he's the guy that says, "Yeah, I'm gonna take the guy down and wrestle hump him until I get the decision." And I don't have a problem with that. It might be boring, but I don't care. Don't buy it. Like that's Ben Askren. But if it wasn't for his like ridiculously curly, crazy hair and funny-looking chin, and he doesn't have the charisma for his attitude. If he did, he'd be Conor McGregor. Like he straight up would be Conor McGregor, but he lacks the charisma department, so he just comes off wrong. And the fact that he's fighting this guy, I'm just like, come on now,
John. I don't ever want to hear you talk shit about somebody having a dad bod, because you know what that's called, in the fight game, John. That's called fucking not fucking using steroids. That's called not using fucking steroids. Okay, that's like I'm what they classify in fitness an ectomorph, right? I was always tall and skinny my whole life, right? I've been tall and skinny my whole life. Even at my peak, in the best physical fitness I've ever been in my life, I never had a six pack. Okay, you know what that's called? It's called fucking natural. Like, I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying. Like, don't talk shit about the dad bod, bro. Like dad bod.
I'm just saying. For a guy who talks a lot of shit, and I still think his win against BJ Penn is a little controversial.
Oh, you mean are you talking about Robbie Lawler?
Robbie Lawler. Why the fuck did I say BJ Penn? Holy shit.
They're bald. They're both bald. Whatever.
Turn your camera, Carlos. You're sideways. There you go.
But speaking of steroids, what do you guys think about TJ Dillashaw coming back?
I've never liked TJ Dillashaw. I don't like him. I think he's a great fighter. I just don't like him.
That's one of those things where it's like you're talking like, there's so many good fights, and there's so many fighters that put on amazing shows and amazing displays of athleticism, and they have these God-given talents. Mm-hmm. Just naturally gifted, naturally talented individual, right? Like, we're just world-class athletes. But God, their personalities suck. Like, what a fucking douche. What a fucking douche. That's why I'm glad I know how to fucking shoot a gun. You know what I mean? Because like, I'm not gonna fucking get into a fight with you. I'm just gonna fucking plug you in the fucking face, dude. Like, and be done. Because you're a fucking douche. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. So I'll go to fucking prison, and your fucking mom's gonna cry because she can't fucking have a casket at your fucking funeral, right? Like, that's it. Like, what a fucking douche.
Carlos,
calm down, Sean.
So check it out. I'm kind of getting over my hangover now. Like, I'm pretty good, and so
took you long enough.
I have this IPA, the P Train Funk IPA, and
P-Train?
It's local. Yeah, it's there's a historic tribute to the Pontchartrain Park here in Louisiana, and it's an IPA with raspberry puree. It's a 6.7.
By the way, for all of the viewers of our podcast, for the 33 out of 32 episodes that I've ranted, this is Carlos's 50th time that he's a glutton for punishment. Like,
hey, I haven't pulled Porcelain King yet, though.
That's
So
good.
y'all, I think Sean's taking the crown on that one.
Yeah, well, we don't need to get into that.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how Sean puts up with us, dude. I really don't. Like,
John really holds it together for me.
he really did.
I'm
John
just-
just kind of. the linchpin. John has been the linchpin like the whole fucking time.
You ever seen that part in Spider-Man where Spider-Man's holding the train with the webs?
That's you, John. That's fucking
and you know, and Joey Diaz comes out in the back all snorted up, sweating and shit in the scene, and he's just like, Spider. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
John is the dude's rug in the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And it keeps the room together. You
Oh,
know,
hey,
it really makes the room
it
fun.
really ties the podcast. Speaking of Big Lebowski, hang on.
What do you got?
I bet you money he's got.
That's a nice scene.
Oh yeah.
Big Lebowski sweater.
Yes.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who made
Love
that?
it.
Calvin Klein?
No, man, it's some off company, but it's the company. Miss
company.
Khaleesi sent this to me for my birthday.
Oh, speaking of companies, I actually have to do a huge shout out to. I saw this soap at work, this body wash, and I was just like, I have to fucking get it. It's made by Duke Cannon Company.
Yeah, heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, proceeds go to veterans. So I got this one. It's called Thick. And it smells like It smells like spearmint and like a whole bunch of like.
Okay.
That'll
wake you up.
Is it spelled with 2 C's or a CK?
CK.
What a missed
professional.
opportunity.
You
They're pretty.
gotta drop it thick.
Yeah, but if you
Oh, I got an open question for my peers here on the podcast. Do you guys know why that whole like double C thing came in? Does any? I think Carlos might know, but like, do you guys know why the whole like using 2 C's instead of a CK came in?
You're not
me.
thick unless you're thick.
Yeah, but like, do you know why they spell it with 2 C's? Does anybody know why they spell it with 2 C's?
I do not.
So, it's some fucking gang territory shit, man. Like, so if you're, you know, everybody knows about the Bloods and the Crips, right? So
Yeah.
the Crips and supporters of that gang, you don't want to put fucking CK next to each other because the Bloods would fucking tag CK, like Crip Killer, right? So Crips would start leaving out the K on words that contained, thick, dick, fucking sick, whatever, and they'd use 2 C's because they don't want to put CK together.
Is that why I've seen
Got
sick
it.
spelled SICC?
That's exactly why. That's exactly why.
Who knew,
Ain't gonna
man?
put- If you're a crip baby, man, if you out there cripping, you ain't gonna put a CK together. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what that's the Bloods tag, man. That's a Bloods tag. So
Well, I'll keep that in mind. Keep that in mind next time I'm
cross
out.
out all them B's, man. Cross out all them B's, man.
Next time I'm out tagging in the ghetto, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey man,
thanks for that.
you in the fucking woods? You in the woods of Virginia, man? You better be putting up some fucking B's and some C's on them goddamn trees out there,
I
bro.
used to do.
No, it ain't like that.
I used to go out with the homies and I used to fucking spray. We used to go to like abandoned parking lots that were under apartment complexes, and we'd go all the way down to like the devil floors and just spray paint
Oh,
shit down
shit.
there. Yeah, the devil floors. We called them the devil floors because there was no power down there.
Yeah, that's some haunted shit right there.
Hey,
Man, I forgot what they call it.
Weird New
where
Jersey.
Are you talking about urban exploring?
yeah, urban. There's a specific word for it where you go
Urban
and check out
exploring.
like the abandoned
Urban
buildings.
exploring. It's called urban
No,
exploring.
No, there's an actual word.
Well, we have something.
It's like when you say spelunking. You know, there's an actual fucking word for it. I forget what it is. I'll look it up later and I'll show you.
We have this thing over here in New Jersey. It's like a trademark thing, especially they have it for South Carolina too. It's called Weird New Jersey, and like it's like a full on like encyclopedia of all the weird shit in New Jersey. For example, we have Midgetville, which is exactly what you think it is, and yeah, and you could
Wait, what?
yeah, Midget.
Are there midgets there? Are there midgets? Are there midgets there?
There are midgets there.
It's called Midgetville.
Seriously, yeah. This
Oh
place
boy!
is there was Devil's Tower, where when you go over there, this is in I think
Devil's Tower's in Wyoming. You talking about fucking like the actual Devil's Tower?
No. We have a Devil's Tower too, and when you go there, your car starts like spinning. Baby, what happened? Backwards, or is that the one with the?
Jay, it's called Urbix.
I've never heard that term, but thank you for. I'll have to look. How do you spell that? How do you spell that, Veloz?
It's urban and exploration together. So
Urbex.
URBEX.
X. Okay.
Urbix.
I appreciate that. I've never actually heard that. Thank you for enlightening me on that. I always just heard urban exploring.
Yeah,
tell me more about the devil, John. I want to hear more about the devil, please.
So I don't know too much about Devil's Tower, but the other thing I do know is that if you go there at a certain time and you look up, apparently you can see the girl hanging herself. Like,
oh, that's fucking dope.
Through the shadow of like the moonlight.
I want to fucking see.
It's an old place. There's also Clinton Road where it's just dark there, and if you go into the wrong road, you actually go into a white supremacist compound in Clinton, New Jersey, which isn't nice.
Wow.
Yeah, there's also.
By the way, if anybody wants to pay me some money, I will for $50,000. I'll go down that fucking road John's talking about, and I'll definitely throw Molotov cocktails.
I'll just fuck everybody up.
I just need enough money. And to pay for a lawyer and do a couple days in jail.
Yeah.
No, dude, just dress up like Antifa. You'll get out of jail the same night.
Yeah.
Who said I'm gonna fucking let them know I'm coming, homie? Like, fuck that.
Yeah,
fuck that.
The last two like weird things that I can remember off the top of my head is the Gates of Hell, which was like
that sounds like a cool place.
It's actually it's like an old sewer tunnel. And apparently, like, there's like 6 levels, and once you get to like, I think like the 5th or 6th level, there's a giant hole that goes from like 5 to 8, and the only way to go down and to go up is to climb it. And like, apparently, if you go down there, like your electronics stop working. And then the last place is a hill where, like, from what I understand, the urban story that goes is that a bunch of kids died. Rolling down the hill and got hit by a train, and that if you put your car on neutral,
I've heard that one. Yeah,
if you put your car on neutral,
you get pushed up
across.
They
get pushed across.
They get pushed up the hill. It's we're gonna have to literally do like the next After Dark I'm gonna give you a deep dive on this shit because
that's a great idea. Yeah, that's a great. I used to read. I had a lot of when I was a kid. I used to get a lot of books and story, ghost stories and true ghost story type stuff, and some of the Ripley's Believe It or Not type factoids. There's places where there's certain parts of the world where stuff will roll uphill. You know what I mean? There's I forget where it's at. It's on the tip of my tongue, but there's a waterfall that goes into the ground, and I forget where it's at in the United States. But they can't find where it comes out.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Something about this.
I've read about that.
It's like they pour dye, they put ping pong balls, and like they cannot find.
I feel like that's near Canada. I think that's like in the north somewhere.
It's somewhere in the United States, but I mean, it's one of those I think
it's in like Minnesota or something like that.
Yeah, it's like one of those like just kind of fascinating facts and odd factoids of.
That'd be cool. I'll check that out.
There's all kinds of stuff like that, like around the world. I mean, there's places where
I'm in the hub of like a lot of that shit too. Out here in Louisiana, like New Orleans and shit. Dude, I didn't know, but when I first moved here, I drove by a it was like this abandoned amusement park, and I looked it up, dude. I didn't even fucking know they had a Six Flags out here before Katrina. Katrina hit, and now it's an abandoned Six Flags. And, it looks so badass.
That sounds like fun, man.
You want to play paintball in there, right?
I was just thinking that.
It's like overgrown, and it looks like some shit you see in the movies. I heard that it's like infested with gators or some shit too.
Man, I'd call that a rally point for like a shit hits the fan scenario there.
That's what you have to do. DD214 Gaming presents 4 assholes walking into danger.
Yeah.
Down. Sign me the fuck up.
Yeah. Right. And every episode we could like place bets on how long it takes Jay to talk about the man.
like my money, Vegas money is 5 minutes, and I'll take the under. I'll take the under.
Yeah, right.
Carousel Falls. Fuck Six Flags. We actually have a question here from Deshaun Myers. What do you all think of the game Stray that is coming out? It's a third-person game where you play as a cat. Do you think it will sell well?
Is this kind of like the toast game where you're a piece of toast, kind of like the toast simulator? I don't know if you guys seen that,
No.
or like Goat Simulator, but except you're a cat. I mean,
No, but there's actually I actually have a cool. I'm actually looking at the Stray game. Yeah, graphic.
I bet you that the crowd that likes to dress up as furry costume animals and go to the festival together and
furries,
the rendezvous, the furries. I bet they'll be all about that
I've
again.
seen it. I've seen soldiers walking into the defect dressed like that. I've seen it.
That's a sad narrative on our culture.
So
you got your bronies and your furries in the military.
So Stray is actually on the Unreal Engine.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. It looks really good.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of going a big rubbery one on this one, man. Like not doing anything for me. Like I don't. That's not my bag, baby, at all. Like I grew up playing like, bro. I grew up playing like Tenchu, man. Like slitting dude's throat as a ninja. You know what I mean? Like I like violence. I like blood. I like fucking shit up. I like doing all the things in a video game world that I'm not allowed to do in the fucking real world.
It's a cat that solves crimes.
Oh shit!
That
cat that solves crimes.
That could be different.
Hard pass. I'm
depends on if it's well written, like the good plots and puzzles and stuff like that. It might be fun. Sounds more like a kid game though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll help my kid. I'll help my fucking daughters play that shit if they need help on a level. But I mean, it ain't doing shit for me. Like,
I'd rather them bring back like Worms Armageddon or something.
Oh, Worms is fucking dope. They had it on Xbox.
Yo, that just reminded me. Did you guys ever play War Pigs?
Yep.
Oh man.
No.
Fuck yeah.
Wait,
that
War
was
Pigs?
fucking.
Remind me, what is it about?
That was a fun. That's a game fucking they need to put on Xbox fucking Game Pass, dude. It's fucking War Pigs.
What is it about?
That was a fun fucking game, dude. It was like up to 4 people could play, and it was turn based. So like you would take your turn, and then your friend would take a turn, and you could move, you could fire, or shoot at the other pigs on the map, But it was a turn based game. It was like a lot of fun. Look it up, Carlos.
Another great one was Battletoads. I'd love to see Battletoads come back.
Well, they have Metal Slug. If you guys ever played arcade games, Metal Slug was on Game Pass. I think it still is. Not exactly sure.
I actually want to throw in. I completely forgot about this. Last night, I found a new open world superhero video game called Undefeated, and it's the Superman game that we've always wanted. Apparently, I'm gonna play it today.
Okay,
they have it.
That's cool.
They have a free demo out and stuff like that, so I'm gonna check it out. Apparently, it's supposed to be super fun. We're about to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean, do you have Breakpoint? No.
Yeah, he could do the friend pass thing too.
Oh yeah, dude, download it. We can do the friend pass thing. But Jay, I think
Sean would like that game. Actually, I think Sean would really like Breakpoint.
Yeah, but when I get home, somebody shoot me a text and remind me. I get home this evening, I'll download it. Yeah.
We're at 112. You guys got anything else? Come on, throw something at the table.
I mean, we got
Bowl.
something else.
The Super Bowl.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. You got something.
Oh yeah, who's ready to see
You're
those
always
teams
just
lose?
saying. You're always just saying something.
I can't shut up, man. I can't shut up.
It's in my DNA.
This is like my when I don't get to see my therapist, like you guys are my therapy, right? I get to do this once.
I didn't sign up for this, man.
I just kind of word vomit. A lot, right? Like, nah, man, it's a good day. It's a happy day. It's a holiday. I never thought. I never thought like growing up. being a big sports fan and being a fan of my birthplace and my hometown where my family's from. My family, like, you guys want to hear a little factoid about Jay? How about this?
All right.
On my
Lay it on us.
mom's side of the family, I am a direct descendant. Well, not a direct descendant. Excuse me. My mom's like great, I don't know how many times great uncle is one of the original settlers of a place called Jackson County. Jackson County, Missouri is now Kansas City, Missouri. It's Jackson County. And I'm actually, part of that line, I guess. We can get into more of the ins and outs of that particular guy's history because he actually has kind of a fascinating story. But my family is from that area, like going back a long time. And I was born there. And I didn't get to grow up there. I didn't have the privilege of growing up there. But when we moved to Arizona, in 1985 when I was 4 years old, and there were no sports teams in Arizona. So it's not like I was moving into. It's not like I was moving into a place where there were other teams to root for. So I took Kansas City with me, and my whole life I've been for baseball a Kansas City Royals fan, and for football a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and I've grown up like that. When the Cardinals football team moved to Phoenix, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm still a Chiefs fan. When Phoenix got a baseball team, when they got the Diamondbacks, I don't give a fuck. I'm a Royals fan. And basketball is basketball. I've never been a huge basketball fan, so really didn't give too much of a shit about that.
I like basketball.
We took all of our vacations, to go see family when I was a kid. So I've been to Kansas City many times. I lived in Kansas City for part of my life as an adult. And to see my football team reach the Super Bowl not once, but 2 years in a row it's hard to describe the feeling. I don't care. I don't even care if we fucking lose today. I hope honestly I don't. It was I remember the years of frustration, the years of playoff futility, the years of having these great teams. We didn't always have a great team, but there were years we had great teams. We had world beating teams, and we just shot ourselves in the dick in the playoffs and didn't make it. And to see what this team has done and what this team has become, it makes me so fucking proud for my city, for Kansas City. And that city deserves to have happiness like this. That city is so underrated. It's such an underrated city. Everybody, they call it flyover country. It's flyover country. Everybody on the East Coast, on the West Coast, it's flyover country.
Yeah.
Why don't you fucking land? Why don't you
gaming
land there?
podcast.
Yeah. Why don't you land there? Why don't you land there and go spend a couple days there and watch how much fun you have? There is literally something for everybody in that city. There's something for everybody. It doesn't matter what you're into. It doesn't matter what you like.
Yeah.
Kansas City has something for everybody. And it's so underrated. And to see Kansas City represented on the world stage, the whole world knows Kansas City now because of our football team. It makes me so proud. So fucking proud. Look right there. Right there. That's fucking Kansas City right there on my fucking skin for all life.
But that's a Royals logo.
That is the Royals logo. But if you go around Kansas City, that logo is plastered everywhere, dude. That logo is plastered everywhere. If you go down I-70, if you go on I-70 towards downtown, that logo is like.
Who has a question?
What? Here it comes.
He's like, why are you stopping my love, man?
Well, dude, you just keep talking, man. You were giving us a small little factoid about your family. Now you're talking about the makeup of the Chiefs fan base as it relates to the Kansas City Royals.
What's your question, Sean? What's your question?
It's Milo's, not me. You put the little hand thingy up.
Actually, I raised my hand because John has something to say.
Oh.
John, what?
I raised my hand just now. Well, whatever. I just want to say that we cannot forget how important this Super Bowl is too. Look, with everything that happened last year, COVID happened right after the Super Bowl, or
Yep.
Yeah, right after the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
and
That's yep.
with everything that
I
happened,
mean, it was technically happening during, but we didn't
Yeah.
know yet.
yeah.
Right.
It was already
Well,
out there.
we had a commander in chief that wanted to fucking deny everything until it was too fucking late. But
Oh my God.
whatever.
Don't get
Yeah,
Sean started.
It's just like we have to we
I'm
have,
armed with facts, not opinion, but
when
I
you
mean,
look at
Facts. 500,000 people are dead. Facts. Like,
these championships, sports players who have died because of getting sick or something or another. This is a big Super Bowl. This is a big day in sports. So
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
and for them
And
and for this to even be happening with everything that happened this past year is even incredible in itself. So
Well, and I know Sean's ribbing me, about not caring if I win or lose, or my team wins or lose. Excuse me. I really don't. Like, as far as like the NFL goes, I mean, the storylines are vast. You have fucking Tom Brady, this zombie cocksucker of a fucking quarterback that just won't die. Has yet again made it to another Super Bowl with a team he went to in his first year, not playing for the Patriots.
Yeah.
You have that same team. That same team is the very first team to ever host the Super Bowl. This is the first team that will ever play in their own stadium in the Super Bowl ever. This has never happened before. That's kind of a big deal.
that's a big mental fuck
yeah.
too. That's a mind.
It's
fuck.
it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big deal. It's actually such a big deal. When the Buccaneers play at home and they score a touchdown, they fire cannons off. And the NFL has said like they're not allowed to fire their cannons off because it's supposed to be a neutral site, right? For the Super Bowl, it's not supposed to be a home game for anybody. But this is the first team that's ever playing in their home stadium during the Super Bowl. That's a big deal.
they should be allowed to have all the home game perks that any other team would, in my opinion.
That's true.
You know what?
Well,
Honestly,
yeah.
Sean, I'm not against you on that.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like if your stadium gets selected to host the Super Bowl and your team makes it, I'm kind of not opposed to that. I think
Let
it
me
should
just
be,
just throw something out there that not to inflame your outrage toward the man, Jay.
Oh, here we go. Here
But
it comes.
I find it ironic with as woke as the NFL has been about the pandemic that they're having the Super Bowl in a state that has been criticized for being open the whole time.
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
So that they could have the money, so that they could get the people, so that they could get all that revenue.
You're not.
Damn it,
I'm not going to argue. I have no argument
Damn it,
against
Sean, you
that.
had to go
I don't
open
think.
that can of worms.
I don't think you're fucking wrong. I don't think. No, I'm
True, man.
Believe it or not, I'm in the same exact boat Sean. I have nothing to say about that because you're not. I have nothing. I'm in the same exact boat as you. So my
They're
I
not
agree.
taking it to New York. They're not taking it to California.
the
They're
county
taking it to Florida.
the county that I live in Colorado. I live in Pueblo County, Colorado. The county that I live in just went down, like they have like color codes here in Colorado. We just went down 2 color codes, and my VFW
we have
still.
days
My
here.
No, listen. My VFW still can't open.
Yeah.
But last night, me and my girlfriend and my daughters went out to eat at a restaurant.
Mhm.
We just
Good.
went down 2. We
Good
just
for
went
you,
down
man.
2 color codes. We're at fucking blue right now. The next one down is green, where like everything's normal or whatever, right? We're at blue right now,
Well,
allegedly.
because bars and restaurants are. Because the
What's the
VFW
difference,
said
Carlos? If I walk in wearing a mask, and if I get up to go take a piss and wear a mask, but I sit down to have a drink, you tell me what the fucking difference is between me fucking sitting in a restaurant doing the same exact
the
thing.
difference is that
It's not-
alcohol is considered more social.
No,
Alcohol is
the
considered
difference-
more social.
No, the difference is fucking money, and Sean's not wrong. The difference is fucking.
COVID knows the difference.
Yeah,
COVID knows not
exactly.
to affect you
A
while
fucking-
you're sitting at
a
the
They
fucking-
table.
don't.
fucking-
Look, listen,
fucking
I'm not
a
disagreeing
micro-
with you.
a microorganism, a fucking virus knows the difference, right? Like
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
Actually,
Sean's not
I
wrong.
thought alcohol would bring in more money than
It
food.
also knows that when you're wearing the mask, even though it could fit through the mask, like a microscopic thing through a doorway, it won't do it because
Let's
you're
call
protected.
a spade a
It's a
spade.
magical COVID mask. Keeps you
Either
safe.
fucking shut everything down again or fucking open everything back up. I mean that's
Yeah.
really what it comes down to. Either
Yep.
shut it back down or open it back or open everything back up because
And I'm
that's
for the latter, honestly.
My God, what happened? How did we get to this?
I blame Jay.
Sean's ranting about the man again.
As always.
You know, a real talk though. I'm proud of my fucking city. I'm proud of Kansas City and fucking.
We can
I
tell,
hope
Jay.
it's a good game. I hope it's a good game. And as much as I say I hope it's a good game, I hope the fucking Chiefs blow them out. I really fucking do.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a good day. Today's a good day. Today's a holiday for me. I hope everybody else has a good day too. I really do.
How are you all celebrating your Super Bowl? Anybody having any Super Bowl traditions going on? No.
Go ahead, Sean.
I'll be driving back from Virginia. So
Nice.
that's how that's going to go.
We're staying at the house and we're making a lot of finger foods and eating some leftovers from old Chicago last night, and we're gonna have like a little house party basically with my girlfriend and my daughters. We're just gonna watch the Chiefs beat up on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, hopefully.
What kind of like snacks and stuff do you do on the Super Bowl Sunday?
Well,
You do like pigs in the blanket and shit like that?
Beer.
mini corn dogs. We got potato skins, mozzarella sticks, mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I got half of a Italian melt from old Chicago from last night.
Sounds like a typical Colorado dinner.
Yo, man, bro, I'm gonna get fat as fuck. I'm gonna get fat as fuck today, dude. It's a holiday, homie. I'm gonna get fat as fuck. Like,
There you go. Nice. So, yeah.
Yeah, we can hit the final thought now. We're here.
Who wants to take that away?
Carlos.
Me.
Yeah,
I did it
turn.
last time.
no, you did not. No, you did not. I listen to the podcast like twice a week, dude. Like, I went first.
Well,
One.
like-
The last episode we split it.
Oh, I think we did. We Probably.
I wasn't on
Okay.
it.
I always
I
go
zonked
first.
out on that
Somebody else fucking go first. I always go first.
Well,
I wanna go.
all right.
I'll give it to Sean. I'll give it to
Okay.
Sean and his majestic beard.
Next time we're gonna play rock paper scissors for this shit.
Spin
Maybe
the bottle.
we'll figure it out prior. But anyway, so everybody knows when you get home, things are different. Everything changes. People look at you different. You look at people different. Life is different. Your job is different that you go back to. The way that people interact with you and your family is different. It's not fun. It's a tough landscape to navigate. And a lot of us go through it. So you've got to sort of meet it head on and not shield from it and not hide the awkwardness and the weirdness away with drinking to avoid it or whatever other vices. It's when I came back, I went straight to therapy because I knew something was wrong. Something wasn't right in my mind. Like it just wasn't working right. And I noticed that I was the only young vet that was in the group. It was all a bunch of old vets who finally was like, I think I need to go, to therapy. So it was me and a bunch of Vietnam guys. And there's a reason for that. When you're young, you feel like you're bulletproof. You feel like you don't need the therapy. You feel like you don't need, to admit that there's anything wrong. And there's nothing wrong with admitting that something's not what it used to be. It doesn't make you broke. It doesn't make you defective or whatever. It's just a natural cause of what you just went through. It's life changing. It's okay. You just got to learn how to channel that change. That's all. So reach out, call the number. There's the VA's got, I wish I had the number handy on me. The VA's got the number. It's 24/7. I would honestly reach out to a buddy. Yeah. I mean, everybody's got at least one battle buddy. And if you don't find one, and as Jay said, reach out to the gaming group. We're all veterans. Everybody understands. Most of us has been there in some degree or other. Nobody's gonna be like, yeah, I don't know, I ain't got time for that. Nobody's gonna do that. You might feel like that, but nobody's gonna do that. So don't be afraid. That's all I'm saying.
Beautifully put. Very beautifully put.
And again,
Thank you.
I've said this before. You're never going to make a sound decision when you're drunk. So if you're stressed out, yeah. So veterans suicide hotline 1-800-273-8255. That's I'll do like the commercials. 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800. Yeah, you get the point.
You can also chat with them too if you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're depressed and you already know that you're flirting with suicide, being drunk's not going to help you make that choice. You're not going to make a sound decision. You're just not. Don't fool yourself. That's the easy way. You're never a line ever when you're drunk, ever. So get that out of your head.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen.
Awesome. Thank you very much. That was great. I just want to thank the viewers, the constant viewers, the same viewer, the people that see us every single time and don't miss a podcast. Thank you very much. Tell your friends, tell everybody, come check out the podcasts. We're on YouTube. We're wherever you find your podcast at, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. You can find us just about anywhere. Invite them to like the DD214 gaming page.
Linktree.
Yeah, we got a link tree, so it's put up on the page and it's on the group as well. So feel free to share that and check it out. And thanks for hanging out with us,
John.
Yeah. All right.
John.
Oh, we're still doing. Oh, okay. It's we're all doing one. Contact.
Yeah,
are we?
Contact.
I think we're out, man. Let's just
Contact your American Legions. Contact your VFWs. Drink milk. Drink water.
Unless you're lactose intolerant.
you just say drink milk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Drink that shit right out the carton. Get them. I've never broken a
John's
bone in my
public service
life.
announcement.
I've never broken a bone in my life because I drink milk out the carton.
What about the jug?
What if we don't have a carton?
Yeah, right.
Then go to the fucking store and get it.
It's not inclusive,
Hey, everybody's got powdered milk. So maybe 6 years old, maybe sitting in your cabinet for about 6 years, but you got it.
It's in the pantry somewhere.
Yeah.
It's. I'm saving it for doomsday.
No, but yeah, VFWs, American Legions, contact them. If you're in the East Coast and they're having a hard time with the snow, go help them. We're getting fucked up right now. Like, fucked up. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I can't really add too much to what Sean said. So, but I will be a little transparent and going along with what Sean said. Like, I do see a therapist. I've been seeing her for over a year. I'm getting stuff checked out before I exit the active duty Army this year. Right now, because like Sean said, like someone right. So I didn't have too much pride, like Marcellus Wallace in Pulp Fiction said, fuck pride, right? Like,
Right.
I wasn't so fucking proud that I didn't feel like I could fucking be better than asking for help. I asked for help because I need it. And you might be watching this podcast, these three other assholes that sit with me every fucking week after week, they help me too. My fucking homies help me. We laugh and we joke and we banter and we carry on, but the reality is, like, this is fucking therapy too. And find what works for you in your life. Don't be afraid to fucking ask for help. And I always like to fucking reiterate what Sean said. This right here will never fucking make a good decision.
Right.
It's fun to carry on. It feels good to have a couple drinks with your friends. There's nothing wrong with that. We're not saying there's anything wrong with that. But do not confuse having fun with your friends and making good decisions. This particular drug right here does not go well. It never has, it never will. So if you need help, reach for it.
onions with no spice.
Back in, on a positive note, I'm very, very proud of my city, Kansas City. Kansas City, Missouri. I hope you guys do it again. Let's run it back. Let's run it back day. Run it back. Go Kansas City.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my city. I'm proud of my family. I'm proud of my friends.
Fucking A, God.
Let's do it. Super Bowl 55. Let's go, baby.
What?
Kansas City.
I don't know why Sean's volume just got incredibly louder.
Bring the juice out.
Because he's
Don't know, man.
What is that? What is that? Cake ball? Like an oatmeal ball? Oh, that's not.